We have thousands and thousands of kilometers of winter roads up here in Ontario and really throughout the country. I thought, well, really, how, if the trucks can do it, if they open it for the cars, who says you can't do it with a motorcycle? You know, this time I'm sleeping with the polar bears. Prior to that, I was worried about, you know, things like wolves and the cold. The simple truth is, it's just another riding season. My first time out, I was pretty much told by everyone, and I mean absolutely everyone, that it could not possibly be done. It's never been done, it can't be done, it won't be done. So I did it. Or I did most of it anyway. Hopefully we'll make it to Saskatchewan by nightfall. There's no guarantees, but I am prepared to ride at night, and I am prepared to sleep out in the snow. I'm actually starting to lose my ability to speak. It's about -25 now, but my face is firming up, so my words are getting more and more slurred. You'll have to excuse my diction. So I do name all my bikes. This one is Agatha. We got her in Saint-Agathe-de-Mont in Quebec. My wife and I made a romantic weekend out of it. And while we were there, we just happened to pick up a motorcycle for less than $2,000 and came home. As far as anybody could remember, or as far as I've been told, there has never ever been a motorcycle in Fort Severn or Pewanik or possibly even Shamattawa. I'm the first person on two wheels. Now, granted, yes, they have snowmobiles and ATVs and what have you, but motorcycles, there's no reason to have one up there. Even though these are incredible snowmobile boots, it's not like my feet are going to be down in a footwell somewhere. They're going to be out in the open. So this might be a bit redundant, but I'm going to take a chance and hook them up anyway. They're really just toe warmers. And I just plug them into a little thermostat controller on my dash. Recognize this idiot?
When was that? Was that Fort Severn?
This was Fort Severn, yes. Did they? Yes, they did. Look, there's a picture of the fish hook that I used to stitch myself up with. The cremation of Sam McGee, Robert W. Service. I think this is probably the earliest glimmer, glint, whatever you want to call it, of a little spark of my fascination for the North. When I read The Cremation of Sam McGee, something sort of sparked in me. And I don't know, here I am. I picked this bike, this KLR 650, because sometimes when you're doing stuff like this, you need a surgical tool, and sometimes you need a hammer. And for what I do, you want a hammer. You need something that's reliable, that's under stressed, that you can fix out in the field, that when it breaks you can duct tape and chicken wire and zip tie it back together again. And at -40, you want to be able to push that button and go. And this bike has thus far done that every time.
Before he goes, it's mad dash. Like there's last minute preparation. So you get caught up in that. And it doesn't really hit me until he's pulling the bike out of the house, all loaded up. And then he's gone, and that he's going someplace where bad things can happen. And yes, he has his spot, but he doesn't have backup close at hand. And the worst part, I think, for me is that he's usually out of touch for a good part of that. So I don't know. I don't know how he's doing. I don't know if he's okay. I don't know if he's suffering. I don't know if he's having a great time. It's the wondering.
Doesn't get much colder than that.
Holy moly. That was an interesting ride. Especially the last hour.
Yeah. We were worried about you too.
Well, I'm a bit worried about myself.
Fuck. Yo, let's go in. You're killing me out here.
What's the temperature?
-34.
-34. Okay.
Yeah.
Good for us.
Go in, man.
You know what? I can't get my helmet off because my mustache is frozen to my chin bar. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. Oh yeah, it's like a block of ice in here. Okay, well I'll take my other stuff off and I'll just walk around with a helmet for a bit.
Oh man, I'm just glad you're okay.
I'm glad I'm okay too. I'm really glad I'm okay. And the fact that I'm even coherent. Actually, you know what? My body was really good. I had all the right gear on for my body. It's just my extremities. I wasn't quite set up for this kind of cold out my extremities.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think somewhere around here is where the Erebus is. And I'll tell you, one of these days I plan on getting there. I actually want to sit right over top the ship that was involved in the attack on Baltimore, and that was instrumental in the early part of the search for the Northwest Passage.
I'm a simple boy, but a Canadian man. Yeah, I can't understand it if it's not in my hands, but I can pass along the feeling with the music in my band. No, you can't.
On the surface, it actually seems kind of stressful. It appears to be stressful, but when you start to build up that adrenaline and you get to a certain level, it's not like some of the other things that you do on vacation or, you know, extreme sports or whatever you want to call it, where your adrenaline peaks and valleys, the sort of stuff that I do out here, the adrenaline doesn't shoot up as high, but it gets to a sustainable level where you can keep it going for weeks on end. And I can't think of too many things that I've ever done in my entire life where I can get up every morning and pretty much be as excited from the moment I put the key in until the moment I go to sleep exhausted that night and do it all over again.